What's up? This is a test run. My first video on YouTube. My first rant. So I'm Goose. I guess I will start when I have my glitch. That's a good one. So for those who don't know me, I have a page on IG, Goose Unplugged. You know, a lot of people say Gus, but I say Goose because my last name is Guzman, so I shortened it to Goose, Guzman, Goose. So they started calling me El Goose back in the day. So yeah, so the Matrix. What is the fucking Matrix? What is going on? How do some of us see what's going on and some of us don't? So, I am my mother's only child. But anyways, I'm gonna skip all that drama from back in the day. But I was dark. I was very dark and alone, even though I was surrounded by a lot of family and cousins. But I was very dark and angry. You know, I'm still working on the anger part. So fast forward 5 years ago, 4 years ago, I was living with my ex, right? So we were going through some stuff, right? We decided to take some time apart, but stay in the same house. I know that happens a lot. It's kind of retarded. You break up, you should just freaking just leave. But you know, some circumstances play out differently. So I ended up moving to a different room, and I was in the room alone. I'll go to work, go to my room. I started hiking a lot. Every week, my days off, I'll take road trips to go hike, 2-3 hour drives, 5-6 hour drives, just to go hiking somewhere, get away from the city and everything. I started learning how junk food messes up your emotions. That's pretty deep. I used to be a heavy junk food eater. Munchies all the time. You know, I figure that's why I was so angry and emotional, and I don't know. But I watched a documentary how they spoke about that, how the food that we eat messes us up, changes us. You know, either we're depressed or angry. We have to eat sugar food to keep us happy because we're eating that freaking food that we just keep on craving and craving. As much as we eat it, we have to eat more. But that's just a whole other thing. So I said, I'm gonna change. I gotta change that. I changed the way I was eating. I started fasting. I started learning how to intermediate fasting. You break up your eating cycles. You have more hours of the day without eating, and less hours of the day that you eat. Not as much. You can't go crazy. 8 hours of eating. That doesn't mean you have to eat the whole 8 hours. I stopped eating breakfast. You know, what is the normal breakfast? Eggs, bacon, all that. I stopped eating all that. I stopped eating red meat. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not vegan. Or maybe sort of a vegetarian, but I'm not a vegan. But I did change a lot of things that I eat. I cut out a lot of stuff and I changed. I started eating more fruits. I try to, the veggies is pretty hard for me, but that's a whole other thing with the food. Again, I want to get into how I broke free from the programming and the system. The system that it's invisible. It's an invisible system called the Matrix. The movie, you get plugged into your brain and you go into the simulation. Right? It's basically the same thing, but this flesh is not literally plugged in somewhere. The consciousness is plugged in to this whole construct that they have created for us. So again, I changed all the food I ate. I was eating. I was just drinking juice. I was just juicing for months and months and months, just juicing and juicing. It was crazy. I don't know how I did that. I used to go hiking for hours without eating, just water and power bars. Fasting heals your body, and the energy that the food gives you, and when that depletes, your body gives you more energy. It still has energy in reserve to keep you going. Again, I'm not a health expert. I'm just giving you my experience, what I've been through, and what I've felt, and what has changed with me and my body. I'm still strong. I don't feel weak. I fast a lot. I have a lot of energy. So again, as I was in this room, apart from the person I was living with at the time, or a partnership, relationship, I was in my own space, having my own hero's journey. I looked into that as well. It's just like a movie. The hero starts off, fucked up and in bad situation. He has to build up to the hero. He has to learn. He has to lose family or something himself, and then he has to find himself, and he gets more powerful, and he could defeat the bad guy. Same thing in life. Some of us live beautiful lives, some of us don't. Some of us go through struggles, some of us go through our battles. Even though some people think that you have money and you live beautiful life, no, that is false. Completely false. Money is not the root of all happiness. Money is not happiness. Money cannot buy you happiness. You cannot buy happiness. You could buy things that might make you happy for a certain amount of time, but that's just not gonna last. So again, as I was transitioning my whole being from eating junk food to eating right, cleaning my body out, instead of drinking Monsters all day, I was just drinking water, purified or distilled, alkaline, but not filtered, No tap water, no spring water, no these commercialized waters. I went into changing my toothpaste, my deodorant, because it has aluminum. So the aluminum goes into your body, messes you up, Alzheimer's or other types of fucking mental diseases. And the fluoride in the water as well, blocks us from thinking and from, stops us from perceiving what is truly there. While most of us see it there, but still can't see it. Most of us can see it, and we know it's there. We try to point it out to others, and the other people don't see it. And now, wow, what are you talking about? It's just a conspiracy theory. So again, I was in this little room, hiking every week, everywhere. I used to go everywhere, every national park. This was like a whole almost 6-7 months of just fasting, drinking nothing but juice, meditating. I went into meditating a lot. Again, a lot of people take it in that you're calling in demons into your life or it's evil. How is sitting calmly, quietly, trying to calm your mind down? How is that evil in any way? I just don't see it. Unless you're not praying to a being, yes, you could do that. Pray to, but who are you praying to? What are you praying to? Everybody prays to God, the one that they perceive that is in heaven, sitting on a throne. It's different when you perceive it as meditating. You're talking to yourself or to the source, to the creator. People pray. They're looking in their mind. They're seeing a white man with a beard sitting in heaven in a cloudy place. I don't know if you're understanding that, but it's different. It's different. I don't pray to no evil beings. I don't pray. I ask the universe to help when I need guidance. I ask the universe, to the Most High, the creator of the universe, which is, yeah. So again, the Matrix. I was always watching television, constantly. Every day of the week, I had a TV show for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I had a TV show, or two of them. And one of those days of the week, I had to go home and watch a show. If I missed it, I'll get upset. Or I'll have to wait for the next day. Oh shit, I have to wait for the next day. It's crazy. Video games all the time. I was just constantly playing video games. Video games. I was connected all the time. I wasn't experiencing the world. I was always plugged in to either TV, movies, shows, or video games. I barely read books. So, as my body was cleaning itself and I was learning other things, I started learning other things. I started unlearning what we were taught in school, which is all bullshit. Our whole history, everything is just a lie. How do you know this, man? We need some facts, show us some proof. Again, that is the Agent Smith programming. And it's hard to try to just tell someone that by doing different types of researching and reading different types of material and looking back at others, and talking to other types of like-minded humans, it just brings it all together. It's so hard to explain. It's very strange, But again, it's just we're plugged in. This place was supposed to be an Eden, just like what I'm watching right there. Earth, an Eden. I got my sage right there. But no, they gave us a machine world, or they're giving us a machine world. That goes into the whole concept of the mud flood and the Titarian Empire and all that conspiracy and hidden history and reset. That's a whole other video of me talking crap. This is how I unplugged myself and I'm able to see a different reality, or the real one that is hidden, within the one that's given to us by the controllers of this simulation, this matrix, this realm that we're in, this plane, this cell, this battery. Somebody's controlling the battery that we're in. Just like, again, the matrix, the machines need the battery, which is the human, the energy that we have, the electricity that we have inside of us. The perfect time when Morpheus showed Neo on the screen, this is the real world, and this is the world that's, that you think. He showed him the real world and the simulation, which is the one that we live in now. We don't know how the real world is. Most of us do, because we've seen it. It's basically blended into this one. It's weird, man. Again, that's just a whole other... Well, I should introduce it into this one, because that also helped me break free, which was my journey into psychedelics. Psychedelics, it's taboo. Doing drugs, again, religious people make it into a witchcraft or something that you need to escape, or some crap that they always have to associate with satanic or demonic or dark or witchcraft. Just like back in the day when a woman used to be in the woods picking herbs to make medicine to heal someone. She was burned at the stake. Witchcraft. It's crazy, so it's the same thing now. When some of us take mushrooms so we could expand more, microdosing, so we could, learn more, faster, more aware, more conscious. We see differently and hear differently. It's not addictive at all. It's not addictive. That's the good part. It's not addictive. Yeah, I'm slouched. I look weird. I'm freaking shorts. Slouched over here. I need to get a setup for this. But again, this is just my rough cut. I'm just going in like I do on IG. So my IG is a Goose Unplugged. Whoever wants to dig into my crazy madness of my page. So again, I went into hiking, changing my diet, just cutting everything that I was addicted to, or that I just needed to be plugged into. I cut it all off. I stopped watching TV shows. I stopped playing video games. I went more into nature and more into learning. I went into the psychedelics. I started learning before I even took anything. I started learning about it first. A lot. The people have died or OD'd or went crazy. No, never. Somebody has never died from taking mushrooms or DMT. I've never done other drugs or man-made drugs. So I got into DMT as well in my hero's journey. DMT, again, is just a whole other thing, but some people might look at you differently just by doing that. So let's say, all right, it's a crystal. You smoke it, inhale it, you exhale, everything starts to change right away. The vibration around you starts getting heavier. Your hearing starts dimming and getting different. You take another hit, you hold it in as much as you can, you let it go. Again, it changes even more. You even start shaking and vibrating sometimes. I used to vibrate a lot. I haven't taken it in a long time. So it's like dreaming. It's like dying. You know, when you die, your consciousness in your third eye, your pineal gland probably goes crazy before you die. Just like in deep sleep, we travel to different realms, different dimensions. It's the same thing with DMT. But you're more aware. You know you're going in there. So you first going through a crazy tunnel with information just flying by you. You can't even understand what's going around you. It's like, what the fuck is all that? Until if you take another pull, or you're able to take another pull, you land somewhere. You actually make it somewhere. And it stops all the craziness. And you are actually able to see or look around you, or maybe not even look around you, but just look and see everything that's going around, that's there. You know, I recently posted about my trip that I used to see beings, or my I guess my higher self, or whatever that was, or whatever it was, but it was always reading, or or reading from a scroll. So it was always basically looking for information or reading knowledge. I haven't stopped reading since. Every time I used to come back, it was like, wow, like where was that? Like how is that possible? That, and it's not hallucinating, because it's like you close your eyes, you could imagine anything, and your body could feel like you're there. You get happy, you get pissed off because you remember a bad thought. It changes you. But this is just like you go somewhere. Your conscious, or even your whole spirit goes somewhere else. It's bugged out. So again, I did a lot of that, trying to stop my anger issues and my worrying and my stress, because I was always stressed. And worried about everything. And oh my goodness, I have to pay this, or I have to do that, or I have to tell this person this, or I have to do this, or oh my God, I didn't finish that. It was just crazy. It was always thing in New York. It changed. I changed everything. My whole system just changed. My whole reality and perspective about everything just changed. It wasn't one day to the next. It was months and months and months of sacrifice, and losing friends because I'll talk different, and I'll start. And again, that's when I got into the whole earth thing. That changes everything as well. Everything. Oh my goodness. It's strange. Right now I'm closing my eyes and I just saw 666 for some reason. Whew, that was weird. All right, the Matrix. So as I did, you heard how I was, and now everyone is seeing how I am. I had to be plugged in. I cared about what I dressed and looked like. I have to buy the most expensive Nike shit so people could see that I had a Nike shirt. But fuck that. I wear a white t-shirt right now, a $3 white t-shirt, I'm good. That's all I need. I don't need to wear a $100 t-shirt to go outside and for what? If I'm gonna attract someone because of that thing that I have on, then I don't want to attract that person at all. You know, my energy is what attracts the people, not my material things that I put over me or that I own. So again, that is the matrix, the school system. You know, we were born, our parents put us into school while they work. We learn what they teach us, which is a complete utter lie. Everything from space, from our history, from dinosaurs, everything is just a lie after another lie after another lie, so they could keep this whole construct alive and running well for them. Because in this construct creates wars because of money and land. War is another part of the simulation that they have to keep on all the time for the death and destruction and suffering and terror, because the people that took over the matrix, or that have created this matrix, they feed from all that. They feed from us being depressed and angry and killing ourselves, just like what's happening right now. They have to feed from that. So they have to create the chaos. While they sit back, everyone is killing themselves. Us humans, or most of us are humans with souls, because most of us that are walking around are soulless, just robots or bots. Sometimes it's literal robots. Sometimes it's a human flesh just empty. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what they're doing. They just do stuff. It's a whole other thing. The matrix. Everything is combined. Everything is connected. We go to movies all the time. Hollywood, and politics, and religion. Another part of the matrix system. Some of us are connected to the religion. Some of us are connected to the politics. Some of us are connected to the Hollywood part of it. Some of us are connected to all three. Some of us are connected to none of them. Again, and I forgot the sports and the music. So everything has to be combined. You know, everything is just in the matrix. Sports, the music, Hollywood movies, politics, the Vatican, the church, and religion. The matrix. Should have been like the Indians back in the day, just living off the land, just hunting, having our families, our kids. That's it. That's what it should have been like. It was like that, but it was even more mystical and magical as well. You know, that's how, again, that's just a whole other thing. This one is about how I broke free from all that. You know, I care about money, but I don't, because I'm still obviously connected. My flesh is connected to this matrix, because I can't just go live in the woods like I wish I could. I wish I could do that. You know? Yeah, this is my, it's my little space. I don't care. Everybody's seeing the humble part of me. I'm not trying to have special effects and all this craziness for my YouTube. My YouTube is going to be myself and just my thoughts. I'm going to try to put videos together, edit, try to make it cool. So yeah, that's how. So now I see things different. I've experienced things different. I understand how the earth heals us. I see how trees communicate with each other and how they feel, how they talk with each other and to us if we listen. We talk to the plants, they feel it. We talk bad to them, they feel it. Same thing as with a human. You talk to a human angry and pissed off, they're gonna get sad or they're gonna get angry at you. Same thing with the plants and the earth and the animals. But they have destroyed that connection with that we have with that. And they've given us the machine world. And we have to be entertained by celebrities. That's another construct, another program inside the program. They create programs, NPCs that are around us, that they could use to manipulate millions of people at the same time. Man, I could stay for hours just talking about this whole construct. And the news as well is another part of it. They created this box, this tell-eye vision that tells lies to your vision. That's why it's so beautiful. It's just perfect. It's perfect. They feed us whatever they want us to create, whatever they want us to feel, how they want us to look, how they want everything through this box. Now they gave it to us in our hands. Easier for us to see shit and to be manipulated. Sorry, I'm mumbling, I'm messing up my grammar or whatever, but whatever, I don't care. So yeah, it was a long journey into the flat earth, into the cell earth, into the hollow earth, into outer space, to aliens, into reptilians, into it's just so much. Some people go crazy, some people can hack it, they just stop, they go back into the matrix. Whatever, I just want to pay my bills, go to work, let me eat my steak, that's it, leave me alone. I don't care about all that, it's all bullshit. Let me just live my life. Hey, that's fine. But some of us break free so much that we can't go back to the regular life that we had. Like an example, I do listen to hip hop still, but it's different. I try to listen to the oldies, like Nas and all that, and it literally hurts me now. Like I could feel it different. Again, people don't understand it, but they might understand it though. Some people understand it, but some people don't understand it. That the change is too profound that we just can't not see that children are being and no, it is what it is. I need to just go to work. I need to blast my hip hop about killing women, killing my fellow man and treating women like shit and making money for drugs and selling drugs, and I was a gangster. See what I'm saying? And again, the Matrix, it's all connected. From the music we hear, that we listen to, and that we hear, same difference. From the movies that we ingest all the time, either sad movies or movies about sex and porno is a whole other thing as well. I forgot about that. I had to stop that as well. I had to stop watching porn and masturbating. As a whole, that's another thing. It keeps us just wanting more. It keeps us wanting more sex, and it even messes us up in the bed. Believe it or not, masturbating, that is, and just depleting our life force too much is not good, or depleting it with someone that's taking your energy. Again, that's a whole other video of, but again, it all connects into the matrix system. The sex, the alcohol, the cigarettes, everything that's man-made to disrupt us and to disconnect us is part of the matrix system. I had to give up drinking, cigarettes, and all that. Yes, I went into psychedelics, but it's natural. That's a natural and it's not escaping. It's, psychedelics is not escaping the reality like alcohol or cocaine or heroin, all that other stuff. Psychedelics, it's more as intertwining with the reality, intertwining with the real reality. Yeah, so, damn, 35 minutes, pretty long. Cool. I'm gonna leave it up, fuck it. Even though it's probably a mess, and but yeah, that's how my transition was from eating junk food, from just drinking more juices, natural, eating more fruits. Veggies is hard for me still, but I still try. But I feel healthier than I ever have before. My mind is sharper. I see things better. I see the reality that most of us can't see. Up above in the skies, and I see the true nature of people. So it does change us in a profound, profound way. That we see everything. Everything is just different. Everything is not the way it was given to us, basically. So the breaking out of the matrix is not seeing how everything has been given to us. I don't know if that makes sense, but like the history of the world and the space, it's just all been a lie to manipulate us, to keep us plugged in, basically. So our whole system of school and science and the people that they put to tell us about all this is a construct of the matrix to keep us plugged in. When you unplug is when you stop believing all that bullshit and you start really, really looking at the true history, and you start digging into what they have erased and what they've been covering up. It'll blow your fucking minds. Like literally, it'll change everything. And another beautiful part about it is that you start attracting people like yourself. You're gonna attract a lot of haters trying to change you still, because, like a lot of people say, the chosen ones, woke. I don't like using that word woke, but awake or aware or mindful. The mindful ones, it's, we see things different, and we are seen like crazy ones. Basically, like right now is a perfect example, as the people walking in the streets with masks and the ones not wearing masks. So, I mean, some people wear it. No bullshit. I don't. No, fuck it. You're plugged in if you're wearing a mask in your car. If you're wearing a mask to walk around in the streets. If you get a, if you know, if you, yeah, you get me. So the ones without the masks are the ones that are unplugged, like in the scene when Morpheus is training Neo in the streets, and everybody's walking past him, the bankers and the businessmen, and the one thing that he catches is the lady in the red dress. Again, the Matrix, plugged in. That's a program that's put into the program, which is this reality, so it could program us. Oh shit! Damn, lady in the red dress. See how he just changed. He stopped listening to Morpheus, and he just looked at the woman in the red dress. So that is the Matrix. Like I walk around Times Square in New York City. It's the same thing how I see it. I'm walking around and everybody's just walking by me, connected, while I'm not. I'm unplugged. There was one time a lady literally stopped. She got on the street and let me, and just looking at me. While I was walking, I walked past her, and then she got on the sidewalk and kept on going. I looked at her like, what the fuck? Did that really just happen? Like, she actually had to get out of my way, which is pretty awesome. But she got out of my way and waited for me to pass by. That's a sister, a plugged in person that's in between the reality that she's scared. Oh my God, looking at the TV. Oh, I'm gonna die if this guy passes by me without a mask. So yeah, I don't know if I missed anything or if I threw in stuff that didn't even make sense in my whole unplugging. But and the whole time that I was alone doing all that, apart from my ex, which is she's my ex right now, because I fucking just flipped so much. I was obsessed with the sky, the moon. I was just observing the sky day in and day out, seeing everything move above us. Why does the moon come up through here one time, right? And this point, and then a few months later it comes up through here. You know, it's weird. That's a whole other video. So my journey into unplugging myself was a bitch. Was a bitch. It didn't make my relationship better. So for me, breaking up with her to stay apart from a while, even though we got back together, but it was just a disaster because she couldn't keep up with me and I couldn't keep up with her. But anyways, so yeah, I unplugged myself in a tremendous, hard, disciplinary way. That it was like you go through withdrawals of the stuff you wanna you love. I love drinking Jack Daniels on the weekends and stuff, just to feel buzzed. I had to give that up because that's a soul. You're drinking a spirit that changes you and your spirit. Nah, no thanks. So I hope you enjoyed this introduction of 40 fucking minutes of me ranting about my adventure into the unknown of this whole concept of reality. That nothing is real, but everything is. For the ones that could see it. And I'll make more videos of what's happening in current events, which is pretty deep and saddening, but it's amazing as well because this just had to happen. This whole reset had to happen. A lot of us are not making it. A lot of us aren't gonna make it. You know. I hope I do. If I don't, my body, whatever, my spirit will live on. So I'll try to do a video a week in better surroundings. So yeah, my journey was real deep. You know, going into the conspiracy theories as well was no joke. No joke. A lot of people think I'm insane. Again, that's because they're plugged in. You gotta take that out and open it. You gotta take the plug out and open your mind. I love ya. Be good. Stay healthy. Be kind to your fellow man. Forgive. Love. Goose out.